Welcome to the Whiskey Vault.
I'm Rex.
I'm Daniel.
He's a level 3 whiskey sommelier.
He's a master mooch.
And this is a 1-year-old whiskey.
It's from Missouri. So, Jeff Borker.
Jeff Borker, you magnificent bastard.
You don't even let me say anything anymore. I'd say
Because
one name.
I appreciate Jeff more than I want to hear what comes out of your damn mouth.
Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, so look at how, see? That's what a level 4 does.
Okay,
They can take the plastic off.
let's pull something off of the wax and you
like
do
no,
it.
I'm not doing that. Okay, so Jeff sent a whole package. This is Pinckney Bend.
Yeah.
This is Missouri.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of history behind Pinckney Bend.
We've had some Missouri whiskeys before.
Yeah. Lewis and Clark actually showed up in the area in Pinckney Bend and desperately needed whiskey. And because they were out. I think they were coming back from the expedition, maybe.
Right.
One direction, right? But they were out of whiskey.
It had to
so
have
they
been
found
on
a
the way back,
local.
because if they were heading out, they ran out of
They
whiskey.
still had some, yeah.
They would have turned
around. So they're coming back and they're like, well, hey, we need some whiskey. And they found a guy locally. And they were pissed off because he charged them $8 in cash. And they actually wrote in their journal, this was an imposition.
Wait a minute. Lewis and Clark.
Yeah.
Now they were going out on the expedition.
Yeah, they went to Oregon.
For those not from the States,
Or
they
Washington,
were
whatever it was.
doing pioneering.
Yeah.
They were looking and exploring the country.
Yeah.
So they had to have been coming back. If
They're
they
coming
saw-
back.
There's not going to be some random dude bro with whiskey out on.
No, this is in Missouri.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
this is in Missouri.
Missouri was established by this point.
Yeah. And there was
There's
there was a citizen there making whiskey who charged them
See-
a lot of money for a whiskey. And they were a little butthurt about it.
I feel like this is a
But they
moment
drank it all.
that I got that yeah from you, and that was like a 50-50 yeah. You're so often wrong, Daniel.
A 50-50 yeah?
Yeah.
What does a 50-50 yeah
It
sound like?
means there's a 50% chance
Yeah.
it's total bullshit.
Yeah, sure.
Just saying.
No, all I know is that Lewis and Clark actually wrote in their notes. This is off of the Missouri River, right? And so it's headed down the main path, ending up in New Orleans in the long run. Mm-hmm. Things are happening, right? This is a pretty primary location for boats. It was actually, Pinckney Bend was a dangerous spot on the river.
Right.
It was known for causing shipwrecks. Okay, so in theory, this is aged for 1 year.
Yeah.
15-gallon charred Missouri white oak.
So I'm not getting incredible complexity on the nose. I'm getting a nice, not sour oaky note.
This is pot stilled. They're using Missouri Meerschaum pipe corn. That's weird.
No, this is there's some uniqueness going on here. This is nice.
I'm not getting any of the weird young sour
That's
barrel
what I'm
note.
saying. I'm getting mature.
Yeah.
None of the weird sour, bitter, tanniny. I don't
Yeah,
know.
for something that's only a year old, this is pretty friendly.
A year old.
Yeah. This is
That doesn't sound-
batch 37 for people who are, there should be a number on there.
It doesn't say anything. Aged 1 year.
There you go.
Wow.
Aged 1 year.
Okay. Damn. Now was this in? Again, you may have said it, but
New Haven, Missouri.
really don't listen to you.
You really don't.
Was this aged in new oak or used oak?
New oak.
New oak. So why?
Missouri white oak.
Why isn't it called bourbon then?
Because they didn't want to call it bourbon? I don't know.
Come on, Som.
They could have called it bourbon, unless it wasn't 51% corn, but I couldn't find their mash bill. I will tell you that you would love that they say on their website, if you ask one of our employees at the distillery,
Yeah.
what's the best way to enjoy a whiskey? The answer is in a glass. And as soon as I read that, I thought, that's totally our people. The Tom Anderson is the master distiller.
In a bathtub with a ladle.
That's right. Just
pouring it over your
yourself.
Whee! So the front end alcohol bite, it's lively, it's intense, it's definitely there. But as you get into it, the flavors that I would expect from something 1 damn year old, it's not fighting me. It's not poking me.
I am getting a little bit of the barrel bite on the back corner, and it's all showing up. John, you should try this.
The back corner.
We have a friend of ours, guest. As a matter of fact, he may be responsible for this whiskey room. indirectly. You know, like a butterfly flaps its wings.
He gets the blame.
And then an army loses a war.
Whether you get the credit or the blame.
He flapped his whiskey wings. I had been here at the Wizard Academy for all of 2 weeks when I met Jonathan Berman, and we shared a whiskey fascination. Immediately drove to the store, bought some whiskey. Come on, drag it out. Bought some whiskey, and that was the first whiskey purchased and stored in my office.
Jonathan Berman, you magnificent bastard. What do you think of this?
I like it.
Isn't it?
I'm surprised at the age thing.
Yeah, it's far better than you would think a spirit of this age would be. It's actually pretty damn good. They did win the double gold in 2014 at the San Francisco Spirit Award.
Okay.
And that is not surprising to me even a little bit.
It's surprising how, I mean, it's not a dark whiskey, obviously, but even at a year to give that kind of coloring.
Now, well, remember, the hotter the temperatures, Missouri can get pretty damn hot.
Still, man.
Right.
Still, 1 freaking year to get that. Compared to 1 year in...
I also love that they didn't water it down to 40 or 42. They kept this at 100 proof.
Yeah, well, whenever you're coming out with new ones every year, you can...
You can afford to spread your wings a little.
You can turn them around.
Yeah.
Turn them out pretty quick.
All right, so Jeff also made us something. You got one, but I only brought one to show on the show. So this, read that. What is that? You can take that out if you want.
Pinckney Bend Whiskey Barrel Missouri Oak Staves.
Yeah.
That's
an actual piece of oak stave that was used to age the whiskey.
Nice.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
And he has details on it. Created for.
Bolt action pins.
So he used...
the pins.
Yes.
That's in my car right now.
He used that to create these bolt action pins.
Yeah.
Check this shit out. In a miniature gun case.
Uh-huh.
Right?
That's awesome.
Look at that. There's the pin, right? It's got a bullet casing front.
You gotta beware of the camera.
Oh yeah, well if you move it forward, it's
look at this, guys. It's really
but you
great.
can zoom in
it's
a bit
awesome.
closer. It's focused on our faces.
Right there.
And then, even cooler, look at how you bring the pinpoint out.
Yeah.
It's a trigger. What do you call it? My mind just went blank on the right. Bolt action. Yeah, and then the back.
What's that?
Is the tail end of the bullet.
Oh,
the firing pin.
Hey.
Or the firing cap.
I feel very manly writing with it.
I know, right?
Thank you.
Actually, I really dig. This is a cool pin, man. Now, somebody else offered to make us a pin from that first tree we cut down on Whiskey Biscuits.
You know
I haven't forgotten about it.
You know what? Make us a warehouse.
Yeah. Yeah, use that first piece of wood we cut down for the Whiskey Biscuits episode to make a warehouse out of it.
Make a warehouse. We need to compare this to something 1 year old.
How about... see, I don't know how much corn is in that.
Maxwell Super. Hey now, Eric Johnson is pretty moving stuff if you play that fast and can see round as colors. See sound as colors in your mind. You should see Sean Lane. Some people can only go fast, and that is the world they know. That intense flavor is for the kind of person it wrangles their attention for a brief moment and puts them in the moment. I have no idea what I just read.
No, what I want to know is...
No,
hey, here's one that's
I
6
said
months old.
English words.
Hey, but this is just Blue Balcones corn whiskey, and it's 6 months old.
Okay.
Is that close enough?
Sure.
So here's what he was saying. Maybe it is that something so blindingly fast and complicated and is actually good for like ADHD type people. Because they need something that doesn't need them to slow down. They need something that's just going to get all their attention all at once.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Sure.
Do you think there's such a thing as an ADHD whiskey?
I think there's such a thing as situational whiskeys. I think if like an ADHD type of whiskey, there are moments where I want that wall of flavor. I want to be challenged and keeps me on my toes every single moment. And then there's other times where I want the background whiskey, where I'm doing something else. Leave me alone.
I get that.
Let me do my other thing.
I don't think that Balcones was a fair comparison.
No?
It's too much corn, and so it's corn dominant and...
So, this is wood, and what would be the sweetness coming off of this Pinckney?
Hey, I found a close one. Here's another small craft producer.
Okay. Wait.
Do Good the Benevolent Whiskey.
That is so dark.
This is also 60% alcohol. This is California Golden Barley. I don't know that the mash bill's the same, but it is 1 year and 3/4.
Okay, Reese LeMay. You know what is sad? I said they don't have the black.
Oh yeah.
They only have the double black. Out loud a few seconds before Daniel did, when they were describing the blend. I'm starting to feel like one of those Trekkies that know the layout of the Enterprise, except whiskey.
That was funny because it was a moment said we need the black, and then about 3 seconds went by and I said, well, we don't actually have the black, we have the double black. And the fact that someone knew that response even more quickly because we've said that before.
Reese is our people, man. Okay.
Oh yeah, see that is all of that weird sour too young barrel.
You can get a lot more complexity and just niceness out of an older whiskey, but even at 1 year old, the good comparison, because this 1 year old, you get that sour, that bitter, that raw.
I would love for Tom Anderson to let us know how long is he aging the whiskey barrels, right? How they yard aged and how long are they drying?
Yeah. Because
we're not getting any of that kiln weird green, kind of green. What do you call it in the part of the sap? That sort of tree sap note.
Yeah, so not the most amazing whiskey in the world, but at 1 year old, damn, it's about as good as a 1 year old whiskey gets.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All right. I think we've done our damage.
I'm over it.
Okay. That was quick. All right, thank you guys. Here's to fighting, stealing, and drinking.
If you fight, may you fight for a friend.
If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart.
If you drink,
may you drink with us.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us in the Whiskey Vault. Don't forget to throw in a like, hit that subscribe button on the bottom right, and drop a question or comment down below.